If you want to lose weight, you should stop drinking. Oh, and eating. In the 1980s, I fell off my bike and really hurt my knee. I'm telling you now because we didn't have social media then. And finally, why do dinosaurs make really bad pets? Because they're dead. Welcome to Shave&Butcher. They're funny. Oh, I've got something to show you. Okay, if I remember, I'll insert a thing there. Otherwise, I'll do it some other time. We're going to do a shave today, and today we're shaving with a new brush. That is the star of the show. It's from Italy. It's called Zenith, or the company that makes it is called Zenith. It's a horsehair brush, which I've wanted for quite some time. It's been soaking now, so it looks a bit funny. I should have shown it dry, perhaps. This is it. It's a 27 millimeter. It's 27 millimeters down here. It has a loft of 51 and the handle is 70, so it's quite long. Handle is made out of olive wood, and I just like the look of this thing. And it's horsehair, which is cool. And since horsehair brushes are rubbish, according to most people, because they're too soft and have no backbone, and they tangle the hairs. It'll be interesting to see how bad it is. Katie's Bubbles, purple grapefruit. Yeah. Lovely stuff. Got this from Jeremy at the Traveling Shaver. I figured out why Katie's Bubbles don't appear in Shave of the Day pictures very often. It's not a... Yeah, there are better looking labels. I don't care. I'm just saying, I think that's one big reason why they don't appear as often. Just got up. Can you hear? Can you tell? So I'm loading this thing now, not pushing too much, just in case it's too soft. It appears okay. You know, it's not going to have lots of backbone. I know that, and that's what it looks so far. And it's probably a better tool for bow lathering, but we shall see. Really love the scent of this soap. It's fantastic. And I was checking what it is. God, I'm hopeless. Lavender and grapefruit. Lavender and grapefruit. It's a Scottish soap. No, it's not. It's American. And it's been around for a long time, and it's one of Jeremy's favorite producers, soap makers. Oh, I had another thing I wanted to show you. I picked something up at a flea market today. Okay, I'll try and insert that too. It was what did I pay? $3, a bit less than $3. I was most content. So again, I'll try and insert it. Okay, so we have the toothpastey consistency of the leather, painting in a bit of water. So you can splay a bit with it and it doesn't collapse. Sorry about the tap running. Cool, pretty cool, works fine. So it's feels soft. I'll tell you in a minute how soft it is when we do a bit of splaying action. So I was recommended this by someone, and I went back in the comments and tried to figure out who it was. Maybe Ben Gaston. Whoever it was, thank you, because that's really cool. And if it wasn't Ben, I apologize. Or am I mixing Ben up because he's Mr. Williams mug soap? I don't know. Okay, Ben got a mention. He did something right. So this is made in Italy. I paid 31 point something euros for it, so pretty much 36 US dollars, which is not a lot of money. They had a few different handles, and I think I bought mine from your shaving dot something. I'm not sure about that either. God, a lot of research needs to go into the description notes today. Yeah, this has a little bit of a scratch, not much. It's like, what is it like? Best Badger, kind of. Quite possibly it needs to be broken in, but it appears to be working quite well. Not sucking up too much lather. It probably is a bit. I haven't studied the requirements for in-breaking of horse brushes. It's not a lot of people who use horse brushes. So I was gonna say I want to promote the use of horse brush, but I just started using one 5 minutes ago. So let's see if it's any good first. I do have another one from Vilong, which is way too floppy. Not enough hairs in it. So I don't use that. I could use it for bow lathering, but I don't do bow lathering. Oops. Yeah, cool. Cool. I think it's sucking up a bit of soap, which would be natural. And I didn't load super heavily because I wanted to try this out. I think that's a pretty perfect, really wet lather for me. Oh, yeah, I'll show you what I'm shaving with. The Feather DX, 5th use on a Feather Super Professional blade. So I went to the doctor yesterday with my shoulder. An orthopedist who's like a specialist in shoulders. He works with my hockey team. So that was pretty cool. I wanted to ask him questions, but I didn't. I want to respect his medical oath. Yeah, so I said, I mean, I thought I would need a new shoulder, put in an artificial one. Because I know nothing about these things, and I can be a bit dramatic sometimes. But I won't, and it turns out I have, God, it's gonna be, I'm not even gonna look it up, but I have an inflamed thing in the shoulder. So between this circular thing and this bone here, there is a soft thing. I have no idea what it's called in English. Actually, I heard the name in Swedish for the first time yesterday, so let's ignore it. But a thing that sort of is a cushion in between the bones. It's not a cartilage, it's something else, filled with liquid, and that thing is inflamed and swollen, and that's why it hurt. So the doctor took a syringe, geez, that was a big one, and put cortisone in it, if that's English. This is well prepared, mixed with a bit of anesthesia, you know, stuff. It's early morning, stuff that doesn't make you feel very much. So you tell me what it's called. And he put the needle in. Seriously, like this much, he showed me. And while he was doing it, he said, does it hurt? I said, yeah, it hurts. And he said, yeah, I can tell, because there's a lot of resistance here. And he said, you're not passing out, are you? Because that's no good. Tell me before. I said, what do you mean? Well, some people pass out. Okay. And he said, yeah, because you don't want to break one of those needles off in there. And he said, once, he said, I don't know how it happened, but some doctor managed to puncture a lung on a patient where they put a syringe in the show. How can you? But it's really long. Moral of the story: it's a long needle. But it was, yeah. And the cool thing is that since it has this, God, what is it called? Pain-killing, numbing. You know, like the stuff. He said it's like the stuff you get at the dentist's. Since it had that, you know, instantly, the pain was gone. Instantly, so I could move my shoulder up. And I thought, ooh, it really is disappearing. Needs a bit of breaking in. So I'm adding a bit more soap. I'm not even thinking about the fact that it's a horsehair brush. Really, really impressive backbone, considering I keep hearing the shit from a face lathering point of view. It isn't. It's really good. It's soft. It's not very scratchy, but it has a little bit of scratch. Really cool. I like it. And I'm going to use it a lot. Even if it turns out it's not super good, I'm going to use it because it's cool. Because it's a horsehair brush. And it looks really awesome. So there you go. Yeah, so the pain went away, and I walked away saying, "Oh, Jesus, you're a superstar," you know. And then we went to try out golf clubs for my son, and I was feeling, I can hit the golf ball again. I haven't been able to, and just as I hit the first one, the pain-killing effect sort of went away, and it hurt a lot. And then, since he'd been poking around in that inflamed area quite a bit with a big needle, it hurt quite a bit. But already now, this morning, it's a lot better. So that's it, I guess. And I don't know why I had this for over a year and it kept getting worse. Stupid. It's because I think it is something it isn't. So I thought it was arthritis. Why the hell would it be arthritis? So I said, nothing to do. You need a new shoulder. And a shot and pretty good. Stupid. My kid said, yeah, it's your generation. You never go to the doctor. I think I go to the doctor all the time. My wife doesn't go to the doctor. But anyway, I should have gone earlier. And I'm going to need to do a bit of physiotherapy. Because I've been sort of walking like this for a while. I'm exaggerating due to the pain. And then I need to strengthen muscles in the back to get a better posture. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, on the 5th shave, it's perfect, this blade. It is a bit rough on shaves number 1 and 2, I feel. Well, not rough. I get a good shave, but I do get weepers. I pretty much never do on shaves 3 to 15. And then it starts to be time to replace the blade. Yeah, so body is in better shape. Oh yeah, then I helped my son buy his first set of golf clubs. So he's 18 and just getting started, and he only got a set of irons, alum, so 5-2 pitching wedge, because that's all he needs really. He needs a putter too. And then he can get woods and fancy pitching wedge and that sort of thing later on when he actually learns how to play. So that was what a feeling, you know. And he paid for some of it, and I helped out with some of it because otherwise he wouldn't have gotten clubs. I want him to get clubs. He is working this summer, so he will have the money he would have had the money soon. But I'm eager, and I know he is too, so I helped out a bit. Otherwise, I like it when kids pay for stuff themselves. And don't get me wrong, they're spoiled. But stuff like sports gear and fancy, unnecessary shoes and whatever they want, cool if they pay themselves. Now, sometimes I give them money, or my wife does, because they have an allowance. But they work summers and weekends sometimes, and want to have their own, you know, financial means a little bit. So that's cool, because it teaches them the value of money, blah blah blah. Plus, I know what it felt like to buy my first downhill skis. I'd been handing out direct mail and, you know, adverts, selling newspapers and stuff for a long while, and then I finally got the money together to buy those skis. And I don't think I even asked my parents to pay for it. I think they would have, and they could have. We weren't poor, but such a cool. I still have those skis. They look funny compared to modern skis. I can tell you that. At least he'll be working to buy his driver and putter, pitching wedge. It's pretty good. That was a smashing shave. Rinsing cold down here. Oh, one more thing. Thank you for letting me know which music albums you like. So, some people followed the rules. It was 3 albums. It was an artist. It was albums. A lot of people just mentioned 8 groups and no albums. You guys are something. But anyway, in total, I think about 100 votes came in, and out of 100, you know, artists mentionings, I think it was 72 different ones. So fancy that. Fancy, I'm rinsing out the brush. Fancy that. That was pretty cool. And not everyone mentioned an album, but when an album was mentioned, it so turned out that 3 albums got 3 votes, and those were Metallica's Master of Puppets, Led Zeppelin's 4th album, and Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. So there you go. So we as a group have a top 3 as well. Pretty cool. So it was about the Zenith horsehair brush today, and I really liked it. It's soft, but it definitely has enough backbone, and I really enjoyed shaving with it. I'll try it on a really hard soap as well. It's going to work just fine. You just have to be patient because you don't want to press too much when you load. And you know, I'll check when it's dry, but I don't think I have to comb this. If you get it dry properly and don't ruin the shape too much in the process of drying it on a towel, I think it will look fine. But you know, I can comb it too, but it's definitely not destroyed and in need of crazy untangling. So really cool. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Stay sharp.